Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Singh and in this session we're going to discuss some questions of IPMAT 2019 paper. So in this session I'll be going to cover questions from 21 to 40. Let's see our 21st question. So the question is saying if the compound interest earned on a certain sum for 2 years is twice the amount of simple interest for 2 years, then the rate of interest per annum is, and the options given to us are 200%, 2%, 4% and 400%. So let's see how this question can be done. So in this question, if I talk about simple interest and compound interest, what I'll be doing, I'll be putting one table up here, simple interest and compound interest. So for first year, if I talk about the first year, simple interest is R% of P. This is what PR. And for compound interest as well, for first year, compound interest is R% of P again, which is also PR. Now for second year, if I talk about this second year, this will become again R% of P for SI. For compound interest, it is interest on interest. So what was my interest for previous year? It was PR, and this will be R% on this PR as well. So what it will become? It will become PR plus PR square. So if I take the total, this will become 2PR and this will become PR square plus 2PR. So these are our total for simple interest for 2 years and compound interest for 2 years respectively. Question is saying that the compound interest is twice the amount of simple interest. Compound interest is PR square plus 2PR is equals to twice of the simple interest. What is the simple interest? 2PR. This is our simple interest. Okay. Now I'll subtract it from here. This will become PR square is equals to remaining 2PR. P and P gets cancelled, R and R gets cancelled, R becomes 2. So is this our answer? Is option B is our answer? No. This R upon 2 is written as like this. So this will be R is equals to 200. Our answer to this question becomes A, not B. Just keep this thing in mind. So let's move on to our next question. So the question is saying the maximum value of the natural number n for which 21 power n divides 50 factorial. So the question is saying 50 factorial divided by 21 power n, and we need to find the maximum value of the natural number n. Now for such questions, always remember that whichever the number with the power is given to us, like for example 21 power n is given to us, so I can rewrite it as 3 into 7 power n. Now for the highest power, what we need to remember is that whatever the maximum prime number is there, so we need to find its power. So in 50 factorial, we need to find the maximum power of 7. This is what the question is asking. So there is a particular thing for finding out. This is the question for trailing zeros. So what we can do, we can find 50 divided by 7 plus 50 divided by 7 square, and so on. If the number was greater than 343, then it would have been divided by 7 power 3 as well, but the number is smaller. So 50 divided by is 7, right? For first case it is 7. For second case it is 1. Hence our answer becomes 7 plus 1, 8. Hence our answer to this question is option C. So let's move on to our next question. The question is saying find the remainder when 29 power 29 whole power 29 is divided by 9 is. Now for such questions, always remember, like for example, if it is given to you like A power B power C, then we can always rewrite it as A power BC. So similarly, we can do for this question as well. This is what 29 power 29 whole power 29. So we can rewrite it as 29 power. What is the square of 29? It is 841. So we can rewrite this question like this. Now we can directly rewrite this number as 2 power 841. So the question reduces to 2 power 841 divided by 9. Now what is going to be our next step? Next step is we'll see the power cycle. So 2 power 2 divided by 9 is 2. If 4 is divided by 9, again the remainder is 4. If 2 power 3 is 8, then the remainder will be minus 1. This is going to be the remainder. For 2 power 4, that is 16. 16 divided by 9 is 7. 2 power 5, 32. 32 divided by 7 divided by 9, it is 5. 2 power 6 is 64. 64 divided by 9 is 1. So we have two options. Either we can go with this or either we can go for this. So 2 power 841 divided by 9. So we can rewrite it as 2 into 2 power 840. and divided by 9. Now 2 into 2 power 8 40 can be rewritten as 2 cube into 280 divided by 9, or we can rewrite it as 2 into 2 power 6 into 140 divided by 9. I'm taking both the cases. So for this case it will become 2 into minus 1 power 280. So this will become again even. So 2 into 1 is 2. For this case as well, this is 2 into 1 power 140. So this is again 2 into 1, that is 2. So in both the cases our answer is going to be 2, that is option B. Let's see our 24th question. So the question is saying, placing which of the following two digits at the right end of 4530 makes the resultant 6-digit number divisible by 6, 7 and 9. So what the question is saying, I'm going to have a 6-digit number starting with these four numbers like 4530 and last two numbers, let's name them as X and Y. The numbers given to me are 6, 7 and 9. So as we all know, for 9 especially, we need to have sum of all the digits. First thing is sum of all the digits, and second is it should be divisible by 9. 6 consists of 2 and 3. So if you can closely look at the options, like all four options, 96, 78, 42, 54. So all are even numbers only. So we don't have to, take care about 2. So let's take the sum of all numbers like 4, 5, 3, 0, x plus y. This will be equal to 12 plus x plus y. So for a number to be divisible by 6, I need to have the nearest number which is divisible by 6. It is 12 already, right? So the nearest number which is divisible by 6 is what? 18. So I can say x plus y can be 6 to make it 18, because 18 is divisible by 6 and 9 both, and x plus y can be 15 as well to make it divisible by 9. So we have these two cases. So once we find out like x plus y can be 6 and x plus y can be 15, so we can select from the options whose sum are going to be 15 and 6. Okay, 9 plus 6 is 15. Again 7 plus 8 is what? 15. 4 plus 2 is what? 6. 5 plus 4 is what? 9. Hence we can directly remove 54. Now since we have this number 4530, we can divide this number with 7 because only 7 is remaining. So at least what we'll be doing, we'll be getting out the remainder. So 7 6 are 42, 3 4 are 28 and 50, that is 749. So 1 is going to be our remainder. Now all these three options, add this 1 before all these numbers, like for example 196, 178 and 142. Now check for these numbers whether these numbers are getting divisible by 7 or not. So let's check for all the three numbers. So how you can directly eliminate this, because 7 into 20 is 140 and this is having one extra 2 with it. So this is not going to be our answer. 42. 178 is again remainder is 1. So this is also not going to be answer. 196 is divisible by 7 perfectly. Hence our answer becomes option A, that is 96. Let's move on to our next question, that is 25th question. So the question is saying, in a school, 70% of the boys like cricket and 50% like football. If X% like both cricket and football, then we need to find the range for X. So suppose if I make a Venn diagram of it, then this is cricket, which is equals to 70%. This is equals to football, which is equals to 50%. And in between, this is X% who likes both. We need to find the range. Now what is the best possible case, or I can say the maximum limit of X. So the maximum limit of X can be when all the players of football also play cricket. That means this X can be 50% maximum. That means this football becomes a subset of cricket. That means all football players play cricket as well. So I can write like this. So X can be less than equal to 50. As you can see this, we can eliminate this option. We can eliminate this option because it is not greater than 50. It is smaller than 50. Now we are left with two options. So we can directly mark A, but how to get 20? Now there is one formula like N A union B is equals to NA plus NB minus N A intersection B. Now in terms of percentages, we know that our total percentage is 100. Our NA is given to us. If I assume it as cricket, this as football, and this has both 70 plus 50 minus x. So this becomes 100 is equals to 120 minus x. X comes out to be 20. So in other words, I can say that the minimum value x can assume is 20, not less than 20. Hence our answer become A for this question. Let's move on to our next question, question number 26. So the question is saying, in a class of 65 students, 40 like cricket, 25 like football, and 20 like hockey. 10 students like both cricket and football, 8 students like football and hockey, and 5 students like all 3 sports. If all the 3 students like at least one sport, then the number of students who like both cricket and hockey is. And the options given to us are 7, 8, 10 and 12. Let's see how we can do this question. So this is going to be the minimum possible Venn diagram for this question. Let us assume this as cricket. So cricket is 65 given to us, football is 25 given to us, and hockey is given to us as 20. Now the question is saying 10 students like both cricket and football. That means this area has to be 10. 8 students like football and hockey. That means this area has to be 8. And 5 students like all the 3 sports. This is given to us as 5 because this is the intersection of all the 3 sports. Now according to the question, 10 students like both cricket and football. So I'm already having 5 this value. So this has to be 5. Similarly, 8 students like football and hockey. This is given to me as 5. So can I say this is also 3? And there is one more thing. The question is mentioning if all the students like at least one sports. That means there is nothing outside this particular Venn diagram. Everything is concentrated in these 3 circles only. So let us assume this value as x. Now if I talk about the cricket circle only, this whole cricket circle only. So if I assume this as A, so cricket is A plus 5 plus x, and it is given to us as 40. So 40 is equals to A plus 10 plus x. If I talk about A value only, so A is nothing but 30 minus x. That means I got this value as 30 minus x. Applying same logic in this hockey part, this value will become 12 minus x. And this is 25. I am already having this 5 and 3. That means 12 plus x is equals to 25. This comes out to be 12. Now I'll be adding all the things that are given to us here. So I'll be taking one complete circle for the cricket first. So I know all the values of cricket means 40. So that means I have taken this value. I've taken all these value. I've taken this first circle. What is remaining? Remaining are 12, 13 and 12 minus x. So this is nothing but 12 plus 3 plus 12 minus x, and this will be equal to the total of all. That means total is given to us as 65. In the first line only it is given that in a class of 65 students. So if I calculate this thing, this will become 67 minus x is equals to 65. X comes out to be 2. Now since I got my value of x, I can find out any answer that is question is asking. Now the question is asking, find the number of students who like both cricket and hockey. So cricket and hockey means this value x and 5. So cricket and hockey means 2 plus 5, which is equals to 7. Hence our answer to this question becomes option A. Let's move on to our next question. So if x belongs to open bracket a comma b satisfies the inequality x minus 3 upon x square plus 3x plus 2 greater than equals to 1, then the largest possible value of b minus a is. So if this is given to us like x minus 3 upon x square plus 3x plus 2, it should be greater than equals to 1. So what we'll be doing, we'll be taking this 1 on the left hand side of the equation, 3x plus 2 minus 1, and it should be greater than equals to 0. Then we'll be solving this value. For example, this will become x minus 3 minus of x square plus 3x plus 2 upon x square plus 3x plus 2, and it should be greater than equals to 0. If you solve this in the numerator part, this will become minus of x square minus of 2x minus of 5 upon x square plus 3x plus 2, and it should be greater than equals to 0. Now as you can see in the numerator there is a minus sign. So what we'll be doing, we'll be changing this thing. So the numerator becomes x square plus 2x plus 5, and I'll be factorizing the denominator as well. So this will become x plus 1, x plus 2, and it should be less than equals to 0. So if in the numerator, if you can see, if I can further reduce it to like this, x square plus 2x plus 1 plus 4 upon x plus 1, x plus 2, and it should be less than equals to 0. So what you can see in the numerator, it will become x plus 1 whole square plus 4 divided by x plus 1, x plus 2 should be less than equals to 0. But as you can see in the numerator is what? X plus 1 whole square plus 4. So our numerator part will always be greater than equals to 0. So we have to play with only the denominator part. Also, this x plus 1 and x plus 2 can only be less than 0. It can't be equal to 0. So if we put this on the number scale, let's put x equals to 0. So this will become 1 into 2, 2. So that would be a positive number. So we can see that x belongs to minus 2 to minus 1, open bracket. Now in the question itself, it is given to us that x belongs to a comma b, open bracket, and the question is asking the largest possible value of b minus a. So in the question itself, it is saying x belongs to a comma b. So what is the value of a? A is minus 2 and b is minus 1. Question is asking about the value of b minus a. So b minus a is nothing but minus 1 minus of minus 2, which will be equal to minus 1 plus 2, that is 1. Hence our answer to this question becomes b, that is 1. Let's move on to our next question, question number 28. If a, b, c are real numbers and a square plus b square plus c square equal to 1 given, then the set of values for ab plus bc plus ca is. That means we need to find the range for ab, bc and ca in this particular question. Let's see how this question can be done. So for example, if I talk about a minus b whole square, only this square I'm taking. So I know this value is always greater than equals to 0. So if I open this thing, so this will become a square plus b square minus 2ab, and it should always be greater than equals to 0. So for this value, I can say that a square plus b square is always greater than equals to twice of ab. This is valid for ab. So can I say this is going to be valid for bc as well? This implies b square plus c square is greater than twice of bc, and similarly c square plus a square is greater than twice of ca. So I have three cases, 1, 2 and 3. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be adding all these three. So I'll be getting twice of a square plus b square plus c square is equals to, or it should be greater than equals to, twice of ab plus bc plus of ca. So that means it will become a square plus b square plus c square is always greater than ab plus bc plus ca. Now I know the value of a square plus b square plus c square, which is given to me in the question. So 1 is always greater than equals to AB plus BC plus CA. That means the maximum value of AB plus BC and CA can be 1. So hence we can see from our options that is A and B will be eliminated and we are only left with option C and D. Now whenever this A square plus B square plus C square is given, we should always know this identity, like A plus B plus C whole square is nothing but A square plus B square plus C square plus of twice of AB plus twice of BC plus twice of CA. This we should know, and we should also know that this will be greater than equals to 0 because square term is there. So I know the value of this thing, a square plus b square plus c square. So the minimum value of a plus b plus c can be 0. Maximum we have already found. So minimum value can be 0. I know the value of a square plus b square plus c square, which is 1 in the given question, plus twice of ab plus bc plus ca. So we are talking about the minimum value. So this will become minus 1 twice of ab plus bc plus ca. So the minimum value for ab plus bc plus CA is minus half and not the 1. Hence our option C will also get eliminated. So our answer becomes D, that is its range is minus half to 1. So let's move on to our next question, question number 29. Question is saying the inequality log base 2 3x minus 1 upon 2 minus x less than 1 holds true for. Now whenever we are defining the log, then we should always remember that log of negative value is not defined. So what we can say, first we need to make a restriction for the values which will make it a negative value. So for example, first we need to find out whether 3x minus 1 upon 2 minus x should be greater than 0. So I can rewrite it as x minus 1 by 3 upon 2 minus x, it should be greater than 0. In the denominator, if I change the sign, so this will become x minus 1 by 3 upon x minus 2, and this should be less than 0. So first we need to find the values for which this equation or this inequality satisfied. So I can say that x belongs to 1 upon 2 to 2. So this is my first point. Now if I talk about the second point, then we need to find about the log value. So log 2, 3x minus 1 upon 2 minus x, it should be less than 1. So we can solve this thing. I'll take this value here. So this will become 3x minus 1 upon 2 minus x, and it should be less than 2. If I further solve it, this will become 3x minus 1, it should be less than 4 minus 2x. This will be 5x should be less than 5, x should be less than 1. So this is my second case. My first case was x belongs to 1 by 3 to 2, and here x is less than 1, or the intersection value I'll be getting x belongs to 1 by 3 to 1. Hence our answer becomes option A, that is x belongs to 1 upon 3 to 1. Let's move on to our next question, question number 30. The set of values of x which satisfy the inequality 0.7 power 2x square minus 3x plus 4 less than 0.343. So just a reminder, whenever you encounter decimal type of question, so just one thing that you need to keep in mind, like for example, if this power is increased, then the value decreases. Just remember this thing, whenever you are increasing the power, the value gets decreases. Now for this question is given to us like this: 0.7 power 2x square minus 3x plus 4 should be less than equal to 0.7 power 3, as 343 is the cube of 7. Now since these two places are equal, so we can equate these powers. But remember this thing, like if it is given to you, so to get the answer we must change the sign in the decimal part. So this will become 2x square minus 3x plus 4. It should be greater than 3 and should not be less than 3. Okay, just keep this thing in mind. Now we'll solve this thing like x square minus 3x plus 4 should be greater than equal to 3. This will become 2x square minus 3x plus 1, and it should be greater than 0. So if I factorize it, this will become 2x common. This will be x minus 1 minus 1 common, x minus 1, and it should be greater than 0. This implies 2x minus 1 and x minus 1 should be greater than 0. Minus infinity, half, 1 and infinity. Now we need to find the values greater than 0. So if I take the value, like for example 0 for this case, minus 1 into minus 1, which is positive, that means so our answer will lie from minus infinity to half and from 1 to infinity, that is option D. Hence our answer to this question become option D. Let's move on to our next question, question number 31st. A chord is drawn inside a circle such that the length of the chord is equal to the radius of the circle. Now two circles are drawn, one on each side of the chord, each touching the chord at its midpoint and the original circle. Let K be the ratio of the areas of the bigger inscribed circle and the smaller inscribed circle, then K equals. So the main thing about this particular question is we should learn how to make diagrams. So let's see how for this question we can make our diagram. So this is going to be our diagram for this question. This is the center. I'll take it as O. This is a radius. This is also radius. And the question is saying the length of the chord is equal to the radius of the circle. So can I say this is also R? This is also R given to us. So as you can see, this triangle, this is R, this is R, this is also R. This is an equilateral triangle. Now this is the midpoint. So if I talk about this particular point, this is the midpoint of this triangle. The important thing is we need to find its height. Height is what? Height is directly we can find it out using this thing. H is equals to root 3 upon 2 R. Let D be the diameter for the biggest circle. So can I say this diameter for the biggest circle is nothing but this R plus root 3 upon 2. So diameter is nothing but R plus root 3 upon 2 of R. If I talk about the diameter for the smallest circle, this is nothing but R minus root 3 upon 2 of R. So this becomes, diameter becomes 2 plus root 3 upon 2 times of R, and here the diameter becomes 2 minus root 3 upon 2 times of r. So I have the diameter for both the circles. We need to find the value of k. K is the area of the diameter of the bigger circle and area of the smaller circle. So area d means pi d square upon 4 is to pi d square upon 4. This 4 and pi get cancelled. We can find this k using d square. So d square is what? 2 plus root 3 upon 2 whole square is to 2 minus root 3 upon 2 whole square. Now again we can see this 2 square and 2 square in the denominator will get cancelled. We are left with only 2 plus root 3 upon 2 minus root 3 whole square. If I open it, this will become 4 plus 4 root 3 plus 3 upon 4 minus 4 root 3 plus 3. So this will become 7 plus 4 root 3 upon 7 minus 4 root. Now we need to apply the search method of rationalizing the denominator. 7 plus 4 root 3 upon 7 minus 4 root 3 into 7 plus 4 root 3 upon 7 minus 4 root 3. So as you can see, there is a minus sign here and there is a plus sign here. This is a, this is b, this is a, this is b. So in the denominator it will become square, a square minus b square. So this will become 7 plus 4 root 3 whole square in the numerator, and this will become 7 square minus of 4 root 3 whole square. Now this will become in the denominator 49 minus 48, which is equals to 1. So in the denominator there is nothing except 1, but in the numerator we have to solve it. So 7 plus 4 root 3 whole square means 49 plus 48 plus 56 root 3. This will become 97 plus 56 of root 3. So answer to this question is option D. Let's move on to our next question. So in this question, points P, Q, R and S are taken on sides AB, BC, CD and DA of square ABCD respectively, so that AP is to PB equal to BQ is to QC and CR is to RD and DS is to SA equal to 1 is to N. Then the ratio of the area of PQRS to the area of ABCD is. So first we need to draw its diagram. So diagram is like this only. Let's take this as A, B, C, D, and this is P, Q, R, S, and this is given to us as 1N, 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 1N. Now the question is asking area of PQRS. So inside square PQRS to the area of ABCD. Now if you consider this thing PQB, this is a right angle triangle, this is N, this is 1, this is hypotenuse. So can I say this is N square plus 1 PQ? So area of ABCD. So area of ABCD, side of ABCD is N plus 1. So area will be square. Side of PQRS. So side of PQRS is N square plus 1 root. So I need to square this as well. So area will become, ratio of the area will become N plus 1 whole square is to N square plus 1. The question is asking PQRS to ABCD. So this one is for PQRS and this one is for ABCD. So first value is this one, that means N square plus 1. That means C is our answer. Let's move on to our next question, question number 33. So question states that on a circular path of radius 6 meter, a boy starts from a point A on the circumference and walks along a chord AB of length 3 meter. He then walks along another chord BC of length 2 meter to reach point C. The point B lies on the minor arc of AC. The distance between point C from point A is, let's see how its diagram can be made. So for example, if I take this as center as O, let's take this as A, B and C. So the question is saying radius is given to us as 6 meter. So can I say OA, OC and OB all are 6 centimeter or meter? The length of chord AB is 3 meter. He then walks along a chord of BC of 2 meter. So length of BC is 2 meter. The point B lies on the minor arc of AC. So as we can see, this one is the minor arc and point B lies on the circumference of the circle. Now the question is asking the distance between point A and C. So we need to find a distance of AC. So let us assume this angle AOB as theta and this angle BOC as alpha. So I have two angles, theta and alpha. Now just remember, can you recall one formula where the angle between two sides is given, or in this particular triangle I have all the three sides and I need to find the triangle? Yes, cos theta will be used. Let's see how this question can be solved now. So I'm taking about this triangle first, theta. This will be 6, this will be 6, this will be 3, this will be OAB. So let's talk about this for first triangle OAB. So in OAB, cos theta includes the sides which are adjacent to the angle. Cos theta is equals to 6 square plus 6 square, subtracting 3 square, and in the denominator we'll be taking 2ab, or 2 twice of the adjacent side, so 2 into 6 into 6. This will become, if we solve it, 6 square means 36, 36 plus 36 72, 72 minus 9, that is equals to 63, and the denominator, it is again 72. Now if I talk about the cos theta comes out to be 7 upon 8. If I talk about the sin theta is 1 minus cos square theta, which is equals to root 15 of 8. Now just remember, whenever it is given to you like cos theta and a upon b is given to you where a minus b is equals to 1, so always remember that in the numerator we'll be taking root of a plus b and the denominator will be taking b. So here you can see there's a summation of 7 plus 8 in the numerator and the denominator it is 8. So sin theta comes out to be root 15 upon 8 and cos theta comes out to be 7 upon 8. I'll be discussing about this triangle where my angle is alpha. I know this value is 6, this value is 6, and this value is 2. Now I'll be using again the same formula in the same question, like cos alpha is OC square plus OB square minus BC square. This implies 6 square plus 6 square minus of 2 square upon twice of OC into OB. Then we have substituted the values. So cos alpha comes out to be 17 upon 18. So sin alpha you can directly rewrite it as 17 plus 18 divided by 18. Let's see what is our next step. Now what we'll be doing, we'll be taking a combined angle of theta and alpha. So this will be 6, 6, 6, 3, 2. Now why are we using this particular thing? Because we need to find the value of this OAC. We need to find the value of this, and we have already find theta plus alpha. We now need to find the value of AC square. Now cos theta plus alpha, that is cos A plus B, is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. That formula we have used here. What I did here, I did nothing, just I have substituted the value. That is why I have taken out sin theta and cos theta, sin alpha there. Now if I talk about cos theta plus alpha, I'll be taking OA square, which is 6, OC square, which is again 6, and AC square that we need to find, divided by twice of AO upon twice into OC. Now I have substituted the value, which is 72 minus AC square upon 72. This will be equals to this value, cos theta plus alpha. Now I've substituted it and I've equated it. This will become 18 times 4 and this will be twice. Now I'll be multiplying this twice here. This will become 144 minus twice of AC square is equals to 119 minus root of 15 into root of 35. Twice of AC square becomes 25 plus 15 into root of 35. Now what I did here, I multiplied this equation with 2. So this becomes 4AC square is equals to 50 plus twice of root 15 into root of 35. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be changing this 50 into 15 plus 35 because in roots I'm having root of 15 and root of 35. So this becomes AC square is equals to root of 15 square plus root of 35 square plus twice of root 15 and root 35 divided by 4. Now if I want to have the value of AC, I'll underroot it. So this will be root 15 plus root 35 divided by 2. This is going to be our answer, which is option A. Hence our answer to this question is option A. Let's move on to our next question, question number 34. So the question is saying the area enclosed by the curve 2 mod x plus 3 mod y equal to 6 is. So the first thing that we should do here is, let's put x is equals to 0. So this will become 3 mod y is equals to 6. Mod y turns out to be 2. Similarly, I'll be doing for y is equals to 0. So this will become twice of mod x is equals to 6. Mod x comes out to be 3. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be plotting these points onto the coordinate axis. So I have this coordinate axis with me. This will be 3, 0. This will be minus 3, 0. This will be 0, 2, and this will be 0, minus 2. So we have plotted these points. If I find the area of this particular triangle and multiply it with 4, then can I get my answer for complete area? So definitely this is going to be a right angle triangle. So area is half into base. Base is what? 3 into height. Height is what? 2. So del for this smaller triangle is 3. Total area will be 3 into 4, which comes out to be 12 units. 12 square units. That is option A. Let's move on to our next question, question number 35. The question is saying 2 points in a ground are 1 meter apart. If a cow moves in the field in such a way that its distance from the 2 points is always in the ratio 3:2, then, and some 4 points are given to us, then the cow moves in straight line, in a circle, in a parabola, and a hyperbola. So let's see how this question can be done. This question is from locus. So let's make a coordinate axis for our convenience. So this will be origin, that is 0, 0. 2 points on the ground are 1 meter apart. So let's take this point. I'll take this point as 1, 0, so that it is 1 meter apart from our point. If a cow moves in the field in such a way that its distance from 2 points, let's take an arbitrary point on a coordinate axis, which is B, X, Y. Now the question is saying we need to find the distance from the 2 points. So I need to find the distance of this thing and distance of this as well. So first let's find distance B between BO. So BO is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1. So I can directly rewrite it as x square plus y square. Normal distance formula. Let's take this point as A. If I talk about this BA, so this will become x2 minus x1. This will be 1 minus x whole square plus y square. This will be in root. Now the question is saying OB is to BA is given to us as 3.2 or 3:2. Now let's just substitute the value, which is root of x square plus y square upon root of 1 minus x whole square plus y square, which will be equal to 3 upon 2. If I solve this, squaring at both the sides, x square plus y square upon 1 minus x whole square plus y square is equals to 9 upon 4. Now if I further solve it, this will become 4x square plus 4y square is equals to 9, 1 minus x whole square plus 9 of y square. If I further solve it, this will become 4x square plus 4y square is equals to 9 minus 18x plus 9x square plus 9y square. So this will become 5x square plus 5y square minus 18x plus 9 equal to 0. Now we need to remember, whenever the coefficient of x square and y square are same, then that particular equation is always of circle. So I can say that this equation is of circle. Hence the cow moves in a circle part, that is option B. Let's see our next question, question number 36. Given that cos x plus cos y equal to 1, the range of sin x minus sin y is, and the options given to us are minus 1 to 1, minus 2 to 2, 0 to root 3 and minus root 3 to root 3. Let's see how this question can be solved. So in a first step, what I did, I assumed that sin x minus sin y equal to k. So this was given to me, cos x plus cos y equal to 1. So I assume this sin x minus sin y equal to k. Now in the second step, what I did, I squared both the values, both the terms, or both the equation you can say. So cos x plus cos y whole square equal to 1 square and sin x minus sin y whole square equal to k square. Now in this step, what I did, I've added both the equations here. So cos x plus cos y whole square plus sin x minus sin y whole square equal to k square plus 1. Now I expanded it. This will become cos square x plus cos square y plus 2 cos x cos y plus sin square x plus sin square y minus 2 sin x sin y equal to k square plus 1. Now in this particular third step, what I am doing, I'll be putting up cos square x and sin square x on the same side and cos square y plus sin square y again on the same side and 2 cos x cos y minus sin x sin y on the one side. So this will become cos square x plus cos square y become 1. Again cos square y plus sin square y again also become 1. Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y is the formula for cos x plus y. So this will become twice of cos x plus y equal to k square plus 1. Now if I further solve it, I have subtracted this 1 from both the ends. So on the left hand side it will become 1 plus 2 cos x plus y equal to k square. Now for the maximum value for this value, cos x should be 1. So this will become, I have substituted the value of cos x plus y equal to 1. So 1 plus 2 into 1 equal to 3. That is the value of our k square. So k square comes out to be 3. K comes out to be plus minus of root 3. So the range for sin x minus sin y comes out to be minus root 3 to root 3. Hence our answer to this question is option D. Let's move on to our next question, question number 37. And the question says sin theta plus cos theta is equals to m. Then sin 6 bar theta plus cos 6 pi theta equals to. Now this is a very basic and very easy question. What I'll be doing, I'll be assuming this is x. Now to get the power of 6, can I rewrite it as like this: sine square theta plus cos square theta whole cube. So that I'll get these terms. Now I'm expanding it. I'll be getting sine 6 theta plus cos 6 theta plus 3 sine square theta cos square theta into sine square theta plus cos square theta. I know what is the value for sine square theta plus cos square theta. So sine square theta plus cos square theta cube will be 1 cube. Sine 6 theta plus cos 6 theta will be x, plus this sine square theta plus cos square theta will be 1. So this will be sine square theta cos square theta. So I should know the value of sine square theta plus cos square theta, and I'm only having sine theta plus cos theta is equals to m. Let's see how we can derive the value of sine square theta plus cos square theta. Now since sine theta plus cos theta is equals to m, if I square it on both the sides, what I'll get, 1 plus 2 sine theta cos theta is equals to m square. Now sine theta and cos theta becomes m square minus 1 upon 2. Squaring both sides, I'll be getting sine square theta cos square theta is equals to m square minus 1 upon 2 whole square. Now I have this value here, so I'll be substituting that value. 1 is equals to x plus 3 m square minus 1. If I expand the denominator by 4, in the numerator I'll be having whole square. So x is nothing but 1 minus 3 upon 4 m square minus 1 whole square. So as you can see, option C and D are very close to each other, but our answer should be option D. Let's see our next question, question number 38. The inverse of the matrix 2 minus 0.5 minus 1 x is 1 1 2 4. Then the value of x is. We can solve this question with either of the two ways. First one is using A into A inverse is identity matrix, or A inverse will be equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. So there are two ways to solve this. This values, whenever we need to solve matrix, will be solving like rows into columns. The upper two values are not required as it does not involve the x. So what we'll be doing, we'll be solving it for the below ones. So minus 1, let's assume it. I'm not taking about these 2 points, but I'm taking about this value. So minus 1 plus of 2x, and here it will be minus 1 plus of 4x, and it should be equal to identity matrix. Now we'll equate it. So minus 1 plus twice of x equal to 0. X comes out to be half. And if I take this one, then minus 1 plus 4x equal to 1. 4x is equals to 2. X comes out to be half. So in both the cases, I'll be getting the value of x as to be half or 0.5, and our answer to this question is A. Now I'll solve with this method, A inverse. Now for A inverse is given to me as 1 2 1 4. If I need to find a joint of A, then what I'll be doing, I'll be changing the diagonal points and introducing minus sign. So if I talk about determinant of A is nothing but 4 minus 2, which is 2. So A inverse can be achieved using half of this value, 4 minus 2 minus 1 1. Now this will be, A inverse becomes 2 minus 0.5 minus 1 and 0.5, matrix which was already given to us. Here x is 0.5. Hence our answer to this question become 0.5. Let's move on to our next question, question number 39. So the question is, the function fx x cube minus 5x square minus 8x upon 3. So this is basically a cubic function, and we need to know whether it is positive and monotonically increasing or decreasing, negative and monotonically increasing, positive and monotonically increasing for x belongs to, and points are given to us. So let's see how this question can be done. So first thing that we need to do is, always we need to write fx is equals to x cube minus 5x square minus 8x upon 3, and whenever we need to know about the function, then we need to find its root. So we'll take out the fx equals to 0. So this will become x square minus 5x square minus 8x is equals to 0. If I put x out, this will become x square minus 5x minus 8 is equals to 0. So that is our first step. So x comes out to be 0, or x square minus 5x minus 8 is equals to 0. Now just one thing, consider one thing. As you can see, 5 minus root 57 is present in all the 4 statements. Similarly, 5 plus root 57 is present in all the statements. So can I say these must be the roots for this particular equation? So our roots for this equation is nothing but 0, 5 minus root 57 upon 2 and 5 plus root 57 upon 2. For a cubic equation, 3 roots are there. So if I make a coordinate axis, this one is 0, this one is 5 minus root 57 upon 2, and this one is 5 plus root 57 upon 2. Now if I take any value before this number, so we'll see that the graph is formed like this. Now what the question is saying, let's see our options. Positive and monotonically increasing for x belongs to minus infinity to the number and x belongs to this. That means it should be positive for both the cases. But here you can see from minus infinity to this point, this one is negative. Hence our first option is incorrect. Let's see our second point. Negative and monotonically increasing for x belongs to this and x belongs to this. Here you can see it is negative but it is increasing. It is increasing but it is increasing till 0, and then again it is increasing. So monotonically means that it means it is completely increasing or it is constantly increasing. Hence our option B is also not our answer. Let's take C option. We'll not take D option because initially it is saying positive, but we know that it is not positive, right? So let's see. Negative and monotonically increasing for x belongs to minus infinity to 5 minus root 57 upon 2. It is negative. Yes, it is negative. Is it increasing? Yes, it is increasing. And positive and monotonically increasing for x belongs to 5 plus root 57 upon 2 plus infinity. Here you can see it is positively increasing and monotonously it is increasing. Yes or no? Hence our answer to this question is option C. Let's see our last question, question number 40. For a greater than b greater than c greater than 0, the minimum value of the function fx is equals to mod of x minus a plus mod of x minus b plus mod of x minus c is. So whenever you encounter such question, I just want to tell you a shortcut. Like for example, whenever it is written like x minus 1 mod plus x minus 2 mod plus x minus 3 mod till x minus n mod. So whenever you can see this thing, and whenever I have two cases for this, n is even. So whenever n is even, minimum value can be found out using n upon 2 whole square. That means whenever this value is given to us and if it is even, then we'll use or we'll find out the minimum value using n upon 2 whole square when n is odd. Whenever n is odd, we'll always found n upon 2 and we'll take the integer that this particular value is lying between, that is I1 and I2. So for example, if I assume a is equals to 3, b is equals to 2, c is equals to 1. Now what we'll be doing, I need to find the minimum value. So minimum value is n. N means 3 here. So 3 divided by, and the integers lying in between that. So integers lying is 1 and 2. Minimum value comes out at 2 into 1, that is 2 value. That means we'll be putting up x is equals to 2 n x minus a mod plus x minus b mod plus x minus c mod value. So x minus a, that means x is equals to 2. So 2 minus a modulus value plus 2 minus b modulus value plus 2 minus c modulus value. Now we have taken our b value to be 2, so this becomes 0. Now this value, we have considered a to be 3, so 2 is lesser than 3, then this becomes 2. I'll put a minus sign in front of this particular thing, plus of c's we have considered as 1, so this will be 2 minus c only. So this will become a minus 2 plus 2 minus c. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Our answer to this question become a minus c. Hence our answer to this question is a minus c. Alternatively, what you can do, you can put values of a, b and c. You'll get your answer from that also. You'll get a 3 in this. If you substitute a equal to 3, b equal to 2 and c equal to 1, you'll get 3 again in b option, you'll get 3 again in c option, and lastly you'll get 2 in d option, that is minimum among all the 4. That means answer to this question is again D. Well, hit like if you find this video useful and do subscribe our channel Career Anna. Thank you so much.